many years coming. When I started LifeWave, I started out of a small office in Georgia. This was in 2002. And I took my son's bedroom and I converted it over to the first LifeWave office. He's never forgiven me for that. But since he worked for the company in our research department, he's kind of happy with how things turned out, so it's all okay. But from those very humble beginnings, then in 2004, we officially became a network marketing company, did phenomenally well our first year in business, and then off we went. And today we have about 200,000 square feet of space globally. We have 3 offices in the United States. San Diego, this is the corporate office here, and then our research is in Florida, in the Orlando area. Now we have a big manufacturing facility in Ireland that we're expanding, and we have offices all through Asia, Mexico, and we keep expanding. And it's because of all of you, because of our brand partners. This is an incredible industry because of the relationships that the company gets to have with its independent brand partners. And you're all the reason why LifeWave is number one, why we became number one in the industry. So thank you for all of your hard work and your dedication. And I'm glad that we have a little bit of time now to talk about what's going to be happening in the coming year and where we're going into the future. Speaking of the future, how many of you were at the conference in October? You have a nice time?
Yes.
Awesome. Yes. It was amazing, right?
Yes.
Very amazing.
Yeah. Well, we have another one in October in Anaheim, and we're doing our best to top the one that you just went to.
That was amazing.
Thank you. We're doing our best. But of course, we unveiled the new water machine technology. Now, this has been in development for many, many years. I've been studying water for decades, but we did a really intense effort over the last 6 years to come out with this technology. But the ultimate goal, what we're seeing in our clinical studies, we've got 4 clinical studies done on this technology now, another 3 that are going to be done this year, and probably others. We're looking into the basic mechanisms of how human beings age, and then looking at how can we alter gene expression in a natural way to stop and reverse human aging. That's the goal. And that's the platform that LifeWave sits on today that allows us to create new products based on this technology in the coming years. So one of the things that Meredith and I are incredibly excited about is that the water machine is just the first product that's based off of this technology. So if you were to ask me a question and you would say, well, you know, what other kind of products might you have? I probably wouldn't answer because you want it to be a secret, right? But imagine for a moment, and I'll do this for Janine because she's coming from the skincare industry. Imagine, you know, there's a tremendous amount of competition in skincare. So the day that we see coming is that where we have a skincare product, but instead of just the usual things of claims of reducing lines and wrinkles, improving hydration, imagine you had a technology that could actually turn older skin into younger, healthier skin.
Wow.
That would be quite a product. And so those are the type of things that we're developing in our lab. And it's not science fiction anymore. There's mechanisms that we've tapped into to allow this, to make this possible. So those are some of the things you're going to see from LifeWave in the coming years. It's another reason why we've rebranded from being a patch company over to a technology company. We have multiple technologies that are going to set us apart dramatically from every other company in the industry. We already have, but it's only going to continue to grow in the coming years. So we have our drone technology. So For those of you that went on the welcome tour, you saw a small model of our drone. That drone has a 15-foot wingspan. We have a development center in Europe for this technology. We also have a development center, of course, in Florida. I purchased a 60-acre property where we created a 7,000 square foot hangar and a runway just so we could do tests with these drones. And then the ultimate goal is that we want to be able to do search and rescue with this, delivery of medical goods and supplies, so that in the coming years when we'd have a disaster like we just had in LA, our drones could be flying in with our patches to help people with pain relief, to provide search and rescue efforts to locate people that are in danger, and also to provide information for ground teams. So they serve like this multi-platform role. And we're really excited about the direction that that's going in. Another thing that we've done as a technology company is I started this venture with the drone 4 years ago, and we ended up developing an entirely new way to generate clean power. And the first application are in our drones. But ultimately where this is going is we've created a new method of generating green power to power your home and recharge your electric vehicles. And our demonstrator unit, Meredith has seen it. She's sworn to secrecy. But we can produce about 20,000 watts of electricity with this unit. And that's way more than a home needs, an average home needs. So what that means is in the future, let's say 5 years out, you're creating your business today, but we'll have a sister company for power generation. And that company is the same genealogy that we have in LifeWave, since they're a sister company. And so when someone in your organization years from now uses this power generation in their home, you'll be earning money off of that because it's a connected opportunity. So just by having this technology, people will be able to eliminate their electric bill, charge their electric vehicles, have energy independence. This is a new form of solar power, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And just by the unit sitting there, you'll make money by selling electricity back to the grid. So, not bad, right?
No? Excellent.
So the type of things that we think about today are how can we create a business with sustainable technology so that decades from now, the brand partners that are in LifeWave still have a business. Stacy Holweger, I'll use her as a good example, phenomenal leader. Her son joined LifeWave and became an SPD. And so I was at 19 years old.
Yeah.
And incredible achievement. And so I had a conversation with him, and he was, like many people I suppose his age, worried about what the future and what's coming. And we have a phenomenal opportunity to create a network marketing company that has never existed before. One that's a generational business, where we're creating sustainable technology that's great for the planet, great for everyone. And some of you at some point may want to retire and pass your business along to your kids. And wouldn't it be great to know that our opportunity is going to be just as viable 10, 20, 30 years from now as it is today. Yes. So we're creating, these are just some of the examples of the tech that already exists that we'll be deploying in the coming years. But we really are thinking about how can we transform the industry and do some things to build up the industry in a very, very positive way. This is probably also a good time to be thinking about where is our industry at today. And it's incredibly interesting in the sense that since the pandemic now, about 60% of the businesses have been losing money, and they've decided to go into alternative methods of distribution outside of network marketing and direct sales. And that's really sad and unfortunate because from my perspective, we're about to see the biggest boom in our industry that has ever been. Put this in perspective. We've been doing this hologram tech just as a trial. We're in beta testing with it. But imagine for a moment, you can come into our office here in Draper, and right next door is our beaming system. And let's say that you want to build your team in South Korea, in Tokyo, in Taiwan. You could walk into that room and do a meeting in Taiwan today just by beaming in through this unit. And you're going to appear, and because of the camera and the microphone on that unit, you can see everybody in the audience and you can interact with them in real time. But it gives the appearance that you're actually there. Yesterday, I was in Denmark, and on Saturday night, I couldn't make it into Las Vegas to do Steve and Gina Merritt's meeting. Meredith and Wayne were there. I couldn't make it. So we put one of these on stage, and at 10 o'clock at night from Denmark, I beamed into this unit live on stage, got to interact with them for 45 minutes, and then I beamed out. And I could easily have done that into Tokyo, South Korea, Mexico, wherever we have these units. Now, let's say that you want to have access to that technology. Another way that you could use it is we could record you in front of a camera. And you say, okay, I want to do my meeting in Taipei. Great, we record your presentation as a hologram. But then the AI software translates what you've said now into Mandarin. And I don't know if you saw the example in the Welcome Center, but it looks exactly like you're speaking that language.
Yes.
So we're just in the early days of this, but the goal is to improve the way we communicate, improve the speed of communication, and make it easier and faster for you to build a business globally. Another technology that's along the same lines that we're developing now, and we're doing a beta test with 5 leaders, and I'll use Steve Merritt just as an example. So we filmed Steve, and of course Steve and Gina have a phenomenal system for building the business. They're the #1 team in the world. And what you'll be able to do is go to a website, and Steve will be there as a avatar, as a virtual image of himself, and you can interact with him and say, how many patches should I introduce to a prospect the first time I meet with them? And the AI software is programmed with all the information. There's a database of his system, and he gets to answer those questions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in whatever language we have it programmed with.
Wow.
So this is just the early days, but you'll be able to get access to this so that you'll be able to build your business 24 hours a day, and it's just exactly like you're there working with somebody, answering questions for them, and then they can sign up and get integrated into our system. This is why the direct sales industry is going to experience so much growth, because these new tools make it faster and easier for people to build a home business than ever before, anywhere in the world. So we're crazy excited about this. Plus, of course, how we're going to use our technology to create products that are totally exclusive that no one else has. So
我会穷极后